Dwayne at RealFixesRealFast.com. Today we're going to change the heater core. We have a 98 Ford F150 4.6 engine. Now this procedure is not necessarily unique to this one vehicle, and it's not necessarily unique to just Fords. The way this is designed, in the dashboard, in the factory, they have a big black box which we have to take out. Inside that black box, which is called the heater box, has the heater core and the AC evaporator. They're kind of clamshelled together, so they have the bottom, they put the heater core in it, and then they put the top over it. Then they attach it to the firewall. After that's done, then this robotic arm comes in with the dashboard and puts the dashboard over the top of it. So for us to get that heater core out, we're going to have to take the dashboard out. Now not all vehicles are made this way. Some of them you can actually get to the heater core from underneath. There's just a little cover, you have to disconnect it from the firewall side, you can pull the heater core out. That's the good side. This is the bad side. This one we got to take the whole dashboard out. Now most of your service manuals, they're going to tell you to take the dashboard out. Of course we like to try and cut any corners we can, so we're not actually going to remove it completely from the vehicle, but we are going to have to take it completely loose so that we can get it back and then go over the top and get to the heater core. Now there's basically two aspects to this job. A little bit that's out underneath the hood here on the firewall side, but most of it's on the inside. And when we're on the inside, we're going to disconnect almost all the electrical connectors, and we're going to be taking the airbags out. So the first thing you need to do is disconnect the battery. We're going to take both posts off. Before you do anything on the inside, you need to let it set disconnected for at least 10 or 15 minutes. But we got plenty of work to do out here while that'll take place. The other thing you need to do is drain the radiator. We're going to replace the heater core. The heater core is very high up in the firewall, so you don't have to drain it all out. Just go to your radiator at the bottom and drain a little bit out so that when we take the heater core out, we won't spill it on the inside. Now this is going to be very hard to actually get my hands and the camera, everything in there, but we're going to do the best we can to show it to you. But we have to take the heater hoses off of the heater core. The heater core is inside, the two aluminum tubes come outside, and the heater hoses hook onto them. So we've got to do that, and it's tucked way back down under here. First thing to do is take off this cover. Well, if you look way back in there, we have to get those heater hoses off of the heater core. We're going to zoom out to show you. This is probably my least favorite part of this job. Yeah, it's a lot of work to take that dashboard out, but this can easily be the most frustrating. That's why they've made a tool to kind of make it easier. The tool I have actually comes with two different heads. You'll see what this is going to do is slide in there, and that'll go down over that tube, release the two prongs on there, and then you can pull it apart. It's what they call a quick connect. It's not really that quick. When you buy this tool, you actually get two sizes because other vehicles have some that are a little bit larger. That just screws on to the end. So I picked the right one, and now we're going to try and get that quick connect disconnected. Now we've already got the antifreeze drained, so we're going to take this tool and slip it in there. You have to kind of get in just the right place. But there's a place that this will fit into the notches. And then once it does, it should release those notches, and if you're lucky, it'll pull the hose out. And I can take my tool out of the way. Okay. So what this tool is doing when this is actually connected up there, it just is actually slipping in here and goes in those two notches. It catches those release tabs, and then you can pull this away. Now we were pretty fortunate it came out, but especially on some really older trucks, these are going to be just kind of crusty and embedded in there, and you may have to actually really do some pretty hard pulling to get them out. Okay, we're hooked on the other one, and we pull it out as well. So when I take this out of here, you can see how that tool was actually in there. Now we're done on that side once we got the battery and the heater hoses disconnected, but on this side we have to disconnect the electrical computer bulkhead connector. Now the reason is all the wires from the engine go through the firewall. There's 3 major what they call bulkhead connectors in there. They're not too hard to get to. If you get your 1/4 inch long extension, 1/4 inch swivel, and a tin socket, we should be able to get down in there. Okay. Put your 1/4 inch in there, and with the swivel it makes it pretty easy to get it out. Now what you do here is you don't actually take these bolts apart. The bolts go through the middle of the 3 different connectors, and they actually hold the part that's on the firewall side and the part that's on the driver's compartment side. It holds them together. So when you take the bolt out, it makes it so this one will separate and it leaves the inside one. So now we just need to get down there and pull them out. Now you can see what I'm talking about. This is one of them. We just loosen that bolt, which goes all the way through here, and then this goes through the firewall side. There's the second one. And there's the third one. Now we should be all done on the engine side. Now we go inside.